Hey guys, DNA Ghost here. You're gonna notice a couple of things different right now. The first is gonna be that there's gonna be gameplay playing right now, but my voice isn't gonna be talking about anything that's going on with there. That's because I am recording this at a separate time and I'm gonna lay it over the gameplay. There's something I kinda wanted to talk to you guys about, and I should have talked to you about it a while ago, but I never really got around to it. And that's kind of the way my videos have been going for the last 5 weeks or so. It might seem like an inordinately specific amount of time, but that's when I first started to notice what's going on right now. Basically, for the last 5 weeks or so, after probably the first 3 weeks that I started posting Skyrim videos, my content's been kind of lackluster. I lost my interest a little bit in what I was doing, and I kind of started putting out content just to put out content. And I'm about to give you guys one of the most ridiculous and stupid, but probably hilariously awesome analogies you're ever going to hear in your life to describe what's been going on. So I watched this movie last night called Friends with Benefits. It's with Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. It's a funny movie. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a chick flick, but I was with a girl when I was watching it. And I actually just spent like an hour and a half outside in my hot tub thinking about stuff. And this kind of came to mind, and then it developed into a conversation in my head, and I decided to give it to you guys. So the way I want to describe like how I've been commentating in my relationship with you guys and with Skyrim over the last 5 weeks or so is kind of by saying it's a friends with benefits relationship. And what I mean by that is, like, when it started out, it was really exciting and I loved it, and then all of a sudden, like, all these negatives started to come through. So like, those negatives basically for me were that I played too much Skyrim. Like, I played probably close to 50 hours before I even started like my playthroughs or anything. And then after I started my playthroughs, I played in my spare time all the time still, and I just never really gave it a break. And that made me get burnt out on it. And another thing that kind of killed me on that was that there was no variation. Like, I was playing the exact same game over and over and over. Even though there were different character types, it wouldn't change. So let's just take this a step further for this analogy here. So it's like, started out having sex and it was awesome, and then after a while the sex got boring. So then tried to change things up a little bit, you know, like maybe tried on some outfits, did some role playing, whatever, what have you. And that's kind of like me starting new playthroughs when I got my new computer, but it still didn't change things. It's still the same girl at heart, and it's still the same game at heart. So it's just not switching things up. Another thing that kind of like negatively affected me is that I got a new headset a while ago, as you guys know, the Microsoft Live Chat LX3000. And it's a nice headset. I mean, the sound recording is crystal clear, it picks up on my voice really well. But one of the issues I had with it is that when I have it on for extended periods of time, it really kills my ears. It's one of those headsets where it looks like the headphones are going to go all the way around your ears, but they end up actually just covering like 3/4, and so then the edge of the headphones is on your ear, and it just, like, it kills them after a while. And so it's like, basically recording and putting out content became a chore for me. So in the context of this analogy, it's like I was having sex just for my partner's benefit, which is you guys. So you guys were still having fun, but for me it was just like doing my job or fulfilling my obligation. So here's what I did to change it. I have a new setup right now, and you might have noticed that my voice might sound a little bit different. I'm not really sure how this sound is actually even going to turn out. But I got a new microphone. It's like a desktop microphone. It sits out in front of me, and I have my Bose headphones on. And the reason I did that is because my Bose headphones are comfortable as hell. Like, I've worn these things for 4 or 5 hours without taking them off, and I'm totally fine. Like, they're awesomely padded and they have great sound. And this microphone is a nice microphone. It was like $80. It's more expensive than any other microphone I've ever gotten. And it sits out on the desktop and it picks up my voice pretty nicely. I've tested it out, so that's what I did in terms of the headset problem. So what I did about me losing my interest is I cut down the numbers of what I was putting out. So you guys know, and for people who have been with me for a while, you know that I started out with 3 playthroughs, a warrior, a mage, and an archer. So now I've cut down to 2 playthroughs, and that's kind of helped me a little bit because there's less pressure on me to put out like so many videos every day. Like 15 videos a week is a lot of videos. And I know you guys just see like 15 minutes for each video, but for me it's like 15 minutes to record and then like 45 minutes to an hour to render out each video. And it got to the point where like I was recording the night before I was putting out the videos and like rendering them in the morning and then putting them out that day, just because I felt so swamped. And another thing I did is kind of, you know, let's tie it back into the analogy here, is I went and I masturbated a little bit. I played other games on my own. So while I was putting out my Skyrim content over the last couple of weeks, I've been playing tons and tons of other games on my own. Like, I've been playing a lot of Halo with my friends, I've been playing some Borderlands, I've been playing a lot of Terraria. Basically, I just went, I explored a little bit, and playing all these other games has kind of helped me to come back to Skyrim. So, to finish off like this twisted, weird analogy here, I'm going to bring in another factor, and that is a new girl, Terraria. So I just said like I've been playing some Terraria lately, but what I didn't tell you guys is that I've actually been commentating over it with my friend Tony. And we have, I think, the first 19 parts already recorded, and I have them rendered out on my computer, ready to upload. So what I'm going to do with those is upload them every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. That way you guys are going to get some extra content on Saturday, which is something I've never done. And it's going to add a little bit of variation to what I've been uploading. Now, considering we have Terraria added into this equation, which is what I consider a new girl, and we have my friend Tony, that makes this an orgy. In technical terms, it's an orgy because there are 4 entities. That's what you need. You know, like you have solo, that's masturbation. 2 people, that's sex. You know, 3 people, that's a threesome. But when you get 4, that is when it is technically considered an orgy. So we're gonna have a gaming orgy. I know this was a strange conversation, and I probably should have told you guys to like mute this or turn it down if you have parents in the room or something. But I really just wanted to tell you guys that, you know, I'm sorry that the content I've been putting out hasn't been up to par with where I want it. I want you guys to feel my excitement when I commentate, and I know that's what I had in my first videos. I know that's why people started to watch them, and I want that back again. So I think like from this point on things are going to be getting better, and I really hope that I can get back to my original kind of outlook on games and just have everything synergize. Like, that's the word. I want everything to come together well. I want to be able to come back to Skyrim and enjoy it, but I also want to switch out to other games too, because I know that Skyrim's not going to last me forever. And in terms of new games, here's what I've got going. Terraria, I already told you guys I have the first 18 parts recorded, and we're going to keep on recording those and putting out 3 of those a week. And the way we're going to do that is we're recording from my point of view, because my computer's a little bit nicer, and my friend Tony's, his computer's not, you know, the best thing in the world, so he could record, but it would probably make his gameplay a little choppy, and, you know, none of us want that. The way I recorded sound was I recorded game volume as well as my voice in a headset, and then I put him on Skype so that his voice was coming through my computer, and it also recorded that. So you've got both of our voices as we're talking to each other and playing. It's a little more chill, laid-back playthrough. We're not really commentating to like entertain an audience. We're just kind of talking to each other and letting you guys hear what we say and how we work together. And as far as other future games go, I think I'm going to get into Diablo 3 as soon as that's released, because I was a huge Diablo 2 fan, and I think Diablo 3 is going to be a great game for me. And that's about it for now. And I think that's about it for this crazy, messed up Friends with Benefits analogy that came out of nowhere and just invaded my mind. So I'm going to cut this off here, and since I'm only at about 9.5 minutes now, I'm going to continue the gameplay after this, and I will start commentating again over the gameplay as soon as I get to this point. And I actually, like, I haven't recorded the gameplay that you're going to be watching right now yet, but I'll record for the exact amount of time as this audio file, and then I'll just match them up and start commentating again. So thank you guys for bearing with me. I really hope that you guys feel the same way as I do about this. I hope you feel kind of excited, and I hope you guys really enjoy the content that is going to be coming out in the near future. I'm actually going back to college tomorrow, which is Sunday, so you'll be getting this on Monday. That's when I'm going to upload it. And I think that'll be nice too. I think it's going to be good to get away from home. I mean, I enjoyed being back and everything like that, but it's college has kind of become home. Yeah, it's definitely become home. And that's where all my friends are now. I still have friends back home, but that's just where I live now. So thank you guys once again for listening to all this and for bearing with me through all that content I put out. I mean, I know it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't exactly awesome either. So thank you to all my subscribers, and thank you guys so much for 250 subscribers. Just hit that the other day, and I can't tell you how huge that is for me. Like, as someone who really struggled to even get my first 20 or 30 subscribers, like, it took forever. Hitting 250 is massive. And I know, like, big name YouTubers have, you know, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but I'm fine with my 250. Like, you guys are kick-ass. You leave me a lot of comments, you send me a lot of messages, you give me a lot of feedback on my videos, and I don't even ask you guys for it. Like, you guys interact with me, and I love that. So once again, thank you to everybody, subscribers, new viewers, anybody who's watching this, and I can't wait for the future. You know, I can't wait to see what comes. So you know, what comes. That was just a terrible way to end this, considering that whole friends with benefits analogy I just gave you guys. By the way, that movie, highly recommend it, even if you're a guy or a girl, whatever, because Mila Kunis is fine as hell. She has a really nice ass, and you get to see it in the movie. And Justin Timberlake, for you females out there, has sexy abs. I'm a straight male, and I'm not afraid to admit that. He's a fine man. I mean, he sang sexy back. How could he not be sexy? So that's going to do it for this commentary, guys. I'll pick up the gameplay right after this, and there'll be, yeah, it's only going to be a few minutes of gameplay with commentary, but once again, thanks. I mean, I know I've said it a million times, but you guys are awesome. Thank you. See you guys next time. Peace.
Hey guys, DNAGhost here. If you could do me a huge favor, head over to youtube.com/DNAGhost1. Click that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and if you are a boss. Thank you. Also head over to twitch.tv/DNAGhost1. Click the follow button so you receive emails whenever I go live. And head over to twitch.tv/ReverseOreoGaming so you can also receive emails whenever me and my friends go live playing any kind of game that we enjoy. So thank you all for watching. Peace out.